Alright, what's up, y'all? We back with another video. I'm eating bacon.
Good morning, y'all.
Y'all know what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Guess what day it is?
Graduation day.
It's hump day.
Oh, yay! I guess he ain't got nothing to say because he eating his Pop-Tart. I don't.
Just
Hey,
driving.
y'all. I'm the mother of the sister and the brother.
She the mom. But we'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
Won't he do
We'll be
it?
back. We're going to get some donuts. I ain't eating no donuts. You know what I'm saying?
Keto
Keto strong.
I'm not keto. I'm gonna eat a donut,
I'm gonna
probably.
have one too, cause I ain't keto. But
I love donuts.
Trey
What-
love donuts.
What'd you say, little boy?
Trey, bring it in.
I love donuts.
You love donuts.
I can still
You can still eat.
Alright, we'll be back, y'all.
The journey between a brother and a sister,
She's all on me.
and this is my mama.
She's on me. What's up, y'all?
So yeah, it's been a
She's
minute
on me.
since we did a video. So we here. My mom's down because today is the day Big Wing graduated.
She did it.
She got all 100. I think it's I graduated 10 years ago. So
I thought it was 9.
it was 10.
What class was you in?
I was class of 2009.
Whoop, whoop.
Wildcat. ACU.
Lance up.
ACU. So, it lots changed in that time. I think you had to get 120 credits or something like that. I really don't know how many credits you had to get. I don't know.
You did it, though.
I completed it. Me and a couple others that I had helping. Literally.
Ghost Riders. I did all my work myself.
That was before I was saved, though. That ain't nothing recent. I said it was 10 years ago.
Right.
And I see Trey back there.
Joni down there.
Joni down there. They try to video bomb. So, but yeah, we really just want to, we're very excited. We'll give Wendy a chance to just really kind of speak to what the graduation meant to her. And also we have our mom down from North Carolina. And just really want to talk Fayetteville. She knows she from the Abilene.
The
North side of Abilene. Abilene, Texas.
Yeah,
927 North Side.
79603.
4633 State.
They was Eagles. I was a Cougar.
Yeah,
They was Pigeons.
Class 04.
They was Pigeons. I was a Cougar.
I won't
You
get
know
you
what I'm
my
saying?
class,
Crosstown rivals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was crosstown rivals.
She didn't know no better.
I did know better.
still
I
like people
knew
from
enough to not go to Abilene High. That's what I knew. So
Wendy,
that.
talk to us about what today meant
Yeah.
as far as your graduation and kind of what's next for you in your life. I know you've been doing some videos on keto on your own channel, and guys, I did not have to expose her as far as eating because on your graduation she's on keto. Y'all got those videos, so I was gonna be the individual that had that video, and I was gonna post one here saying Wendy exposed with her keto.
Right.
What it looks like. But she did good. She stuck to keto. She brought her keto bun to the burger place.
Had her own bun.
Had her own bun.
Because it's real. This is.
She tried to make it a lifestyle.
I'm 29 down. You know what I'm saying? 29 down. So
I'm so proud of her too.
Okay.
Yep.
So the graduation, what it meant to me was it just meant the end of a chapter that I never really thought that I would open because I didn't have any desire to actually finish college. Like I said before, I had an associate's. So for me, that was it. That's all I needed for promotion points for the Army. So I was like, I don't need nothing else. Whatever. But after becoming saved, I began to have dreams and aspirations, and one of them was to go to school. And so praise the Lord, I was able to go to school for free on the VA's dime. So $40,000 a year is what the VA paid. And, I went to a private university and a private Christian university. He went to a Christian university. I followed suit.
Okay.
So Lance up. And so, with that, it's just a blessing to be in this place and to be where I am, because like I said before, I just really didn't think I would be here.
Yeah, I like that. Also, I was just thinking as you were saying that, wanted to ask Mom, what she thought. She has 2 children that both graduated from college, and just kind of talk to the people about just some of the accomplishments that you feel and just kind of what your thoughts are on having 2 children that have graduated from college and doing some other things with their life that could have been doing something different?
I am very proud of my children. I'm glad for the sacrifices that I made when I went in the Army to give them a better life. And I am so proud of what they have become and what they continue to do with their lives. And I'm just looking forward to what they do next. You know, they keep outgoing and keep outdoing each other, you know, and so I'm just looking forward to what's next in their lives.
All right, I like that. So Mama, I guess for you, just seeing Wendy graduate and Wendy being in the military and all that, and Wendy always, you know, in school, she was always smart. You know, it was me. I was the one struggling in school, you know, but Wendy was always doing pretty good. So just kind of, did you expect her to finish? And also,
took a minute.
did you expect her to even have a desire? Did you think she would ever go get a master's now? Because she starts on Monday.
August 26th.
Yeah. Wendy's always been smart, and I did expect that. You know, I didn't know that she would go after that master's that fast, but I knew she had it in her to finish whatever she starts. You know, she's like her mom, she's like her grandma, she's like her brother. You know, whatever we start, we finish, and we do it to the best of our ability. You know, with God's help, through God. You know, so yeah, I knew she would do it, but that master's, that surprised me. Starting on Monday.
Yeah.
Can we get a break?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, she said
If
no
I break, I'm a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the masters. I told them nope. Like when I say it's not even school, what? Nah, she got it. You know, she go out, do me, go get you a master's, go get whatever you want to go get. That's it. I'm gonna be out here working. You know, that's just how it is.
I'm gonna be working on this master's. Okay,
Yeah.
So Mom, you were talking about the sacrifices that you had made while you was in the Army. So, you know, story time. He has absolutely no idea. She know because we talked about it, but he don't know where it's going. So, you know, Wayne, I want you to talk to us about, you know, that time that you threw a barbecue.
Yeah. All right. So this is what happened. I think we lived at 1328 Forest Wood Circle in Fort Polk in a cul-de-sac. Yeah, I remember all that. But yeah, so basically what happened was.
That is not the zip code.
Oh.
That's the zip code for Junction City, Kansas.
I don't even know zip code.
7
something 441.
Yeah, just Google it. 1328 Forest Wood Circle.
Don't go mess with the people that live there though.
Yeah, we don't live there no more. We moved to
Southern California.
Cali. So what happened was, I don't know how it all started. We were just all kind of hanging out, me and my friends and some of Wendy's friends as well. And we were just like, you know, because we always saw older people doing barbecues, you know, and how they was cool. They were doing barbecues, doing what they did. And you know, I never didn't think that, you know, they were older. They knew what they were doing. You know, we were like probably 14, probably even younger than that. I don't think I was probably like 12. I was probably 12, and then so we threw a barbecue in the backyard. We had this very, very small barbecue pit. It was probably about this big. And I was trying to cook the meat. I never barbecued before. The meat was breaking. I didn't know anything. So then what happened, from my understanding, what happened was somehow my mom had got the phone call from somebody that we were barbecuing. So she was at work, and she came on home and busted it up, and we couldn't barbecue no more. All my friends left. I was embarrassed, you know, because I thought I was cool. You know, yeah, y'all could just barbecue at my house. And my mom was like, what y'all doing? Y'all barbecue? Who told you you could barbecue? Whose fuel you using?
Where did grill come from?
Yeah, it was a bunch. We had a bunch of, we had the buns. We had like a real barbecue, y'all. Kitty barbecue. We thought we was grown. So yeah, it was really funny. What I was thinking, I was just trying to have fun. You know, at that time, I like to socialize, be around people, make people feel good. So I thought I was doing that, but I didn't know I had to get permission. So.
Yeah, so what I remember is I remember coming home from Erica's house because I was not there.
Oh my goodness.
I was not a party to this. So when I came up from Eric, no, as a matter of fact, I think I was coming from school. I got off the bus. So I come up, you know, it's a boom box outside. It's a little grill. So Spike brought the grill.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the boom box. Yeah, we used the one from the house. It was the RCA.
I didn't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, so music out there blasted, you know what I'm saying? I think Cedric had brought some hot dogs, and I think we had got the buns or something. So we just, community, well, it's not we, they. Or community pollinate stuff. So they was like, okay, we gonna do this. And so, I'm outside. I'm like, well, somebody got to supervise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm outside supervising. And like he said, mama busts in, she busts up. And we was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was. They wasn't in the house though, because we knew that we wasn't that crazy. They was outside in the back, so we was like, "They wasn't in the house."
Yeah, that was our argument.
It was David Broom.
Yeah.
It was Cedric Walker. It was David Willis. I like David Willis. He was a white guy. He was pretty cool. David Willis. It was Robert. It was Spike.
We don't know Spike's real name.
And it was Erica Walker. And I think we invited Brunella too, but she ain't come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was them. We was cooking it.
Mom, what was your experience?
I'll tell you what happened. My neighbor called me at work because we didn't have no cell phones then. She was like, your kid's barbecuing in the backyard. I was an E2 in the office.
She just got to her duty station.
Just got there. I didn't ask nobody. I was like, I got to go. My kid's barbecuing in the backyard. I jumped in Casper. That's our little white car we had. I got home. I went up in there. They all in the backyard, music loud,
blasting,
grill small, boom box bigger than
the grill,
bigger than the grill. And so I busted it up. I went back to work the next day. They clowned me. Them NCOs clowned me forever. I never
still
heard
to this day
still about the barbecue, and I didn't appreciate it. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And we didn't get to eat. We didn't get to get the food.
No.
It was busted up beforehand. So I guess Spike took his grill and just took the food, and that was
took his hot grill.
Yeah.
No, I think he left the grill out there for a little bit because he had to cool down. Yeah, but Cedric took his food though.
I wish I could find that neighbor though. If I could ever find that neighbor, you see this. You called me, girl. I appreciate you.
She was snitching.
Yeah.
Told on us.
She did. She didn't even try to warn us or nothing.
She just called.
Because where we lived at, we didn't have like a fence in our backyard. It was just open field. So you can walk through, because on the military base, you walk through and then you walk in another person's backyard. And then you could walk through their backyard on the side and walk in the front. So it was just open. So when you got that barbecue, they could just see you. It's just right there. All you got to do is just look. So that's kind of what happened. But it was funny. But you definitely learn a lot that if you ain't in charge, you need to ask before you just start throwing a barbecue.
I can't. And then, so out of the people, because Mama had got with the people last weekend for Larry D's birthday. And so, do you remember any of those people from Fort Polk?
Scott, I guess it's Hedrick or Head, something like that. What was his name?
Hammer. Yeah, they call him Hammerhead.
Outside of him and Willie Brown. Only reason why I know of Willie Brown was Willie Brown got me started on Izzy Miyake. I still one of my favorite colognes to this day. Izzy done went up in price, Willie.
Izzy high.
So if you see this, Willie.
Yeah, Willie Brown. All right, Willie Brown. Just want to say hello. I'm here. I'm in California living for the Lord, man. My life has really changed, and a lot of cool things have happened and transpired. Family, and it's just been beautiful, you know. And I thank you as well for those times that we spent together. You know, kind of teaching me some things about being a man and stuff like that, and took me down there to go see your mom a long time ago. I remember that. I remember it was foggy, Willie. It was foggy. We couldn't see. And I was like, why is it so foggy? And then you would turn on the brights and it just get in the fog, it'd just reflect back. And I was like, oh man, we ain't gonna make it. You know, I was just so scared. And I remember your mom told me this. She said, like, at her house, you wasn't able to like open up the fridge. You had to like clean your hands. And then when you clean your hands and you touch something, like you had to wash your hands again. So it was a lot of washing at the house. I was like, man, you couldn't grab much of nothing. You know, but I learned that you get all your stuff out the first time. So you only have to wash once.
I can.
So yeah, that's the only two I remember. What about you?
For me, I remember old McMillan. You know what I'm saying? I remember McMillan. I remember Bryant, Boykin, Polite. I remember a lot of y'all. Big Greasy. Well, I remember his wife because she got me the job at the PX. So
has anybody seen Big Greasy?
She ain't had no job in no PX.
He don't know because he wasn't there. He was in Abilene living his best life. You know what I'm saying? I was working at the PX. Mama, where did I have a job at? Thank you.
She had one of the red vests at the PX.
I had a vest at the PX.
Y'all was just dropping her off at the PX. When she come home with checks, or she was a real employee or a volunteer. I just need to know, was you a bagger? Or was you really employed?
First of all, the
What
baggers are at the commissary.
What her W2?
Baggers work at the commissary. I was over next door at the PX, you know what I'm saying? Ringing stuff up. Chick, chick. And had to wear skirts. But we're not going to talk about that. Anywho, yes, I remember all them. But the one I remember the most is Polite. And I don't know why, but it seemed like just like every duty station she was at, like he was there, and we began to like cultivate a relationship, and even to the point to where when I was in Washington State, he was there in Washington State, and he kind of looked out for me there in Washington State, and you know, she didn't notice at the time, she just found this out this weekend, but like all the people that I named, McMillan, Boykin, Polite, Bryant, all of them let me drive their car. I was like 15. No license. You know, I was running to the Class 6. You know what I'm saying? Running up there on Entrance Road to that shop at with the Class 6. I drive them up there. You know what I'm saying? She just found that out this weekend that just passed. You know, she didn't know. But that's how your girl learned to drive. So when I transferred into the military, you know, I was able to drive every vehicle, you know, have license on everything because I was driving at such a young age. Shout out to Big O to let me drive his big old Cadillac, and I hit Nanny. I hit Nanny. What's that thing? Mailbox. Girl, you hit my mailbox, girl. I tried to straighten it up, and it was still. She knew crooked to this day.
Nanny knew about her stuff.
Yeah, it was still the mailbox is still.
It's still crooked right now. So
yeah, but this is so nice. A mother with a brother and a sister.
Brother and a sister with a mother.
Because I'm the oldest.
Yeah, and it's always beautiful, y'all. Just to say this too, it's always beautiful when family gets together, and what you start learning is that, you know, those memories that you have together. And sometimes when you go back and reflect on those memories, you really see how special family is. And then in those places, you're able to draw strength from that place and say, man, like if it had for us, it's like, man, if it had not been for God, if it had not been for Jesus, we wouldn't be here. It was a point in time where, you know, our lives were, you know, threatened. You know, I wouldn't say it wasn't like a constant threat, but what I thought my life was threatened. But how God had a plan, you know, and to be these same three individuals that all lived on 927 North LaSalle. And one point in our life, it could have flashed before our eyes like that. And then to be here, to be in a place to where we've graduated from college and we have kids and we've done things in our life and we living for Jesus and stuff like that. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things like, man, because some people don't get out of that situation. Mm-hmm. You know, they repeat those same things and they end up hurting more people, you know, but why us so different? I don't know. But there's a story that you have to tell as well. And we just want you guys to know and understand that, you know, God is no respecter of person. That what he's done in our family, he can do in yours. Amen. You know, I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he can. You know, all things are possible to those who believe. I want to ask Wendy this, you know, so what do you feel like you're going to do with this degree?
Well, like you said on Monday,
Monday,
I am going to graduate school. I am going to 2 different graduate schools for 2 different degrees. So I'll be getting a dual degree and I'm going to be using that. Once I get that dual degree, I'll be using that for the Lord. But, you know, at this time, I'm going to be furthering my education.
All right.
So,
any final thoughts, Mama? Anything you want to say to the people on the channel? You know, make sure you send it out to all your friends.
Lil Ray Ray.
Lil Ray Ray.
Pookie.
Lil Pookie.
I'm just so proud to be here with my children. I'm proud of them, what they have become, and living for the Lord, you know, and happy for the Prince of Peace, where they have brought them. And like I said, I'm happy for the sacrifice that I made to get them to this point, because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, you know. And I just say, thank you, Lord.
I got something before we end it. What's like, if you could give us like one sacrifice that you made as far as military wise?
Run around that track
Hmm.
before to get in.
Um,
Run around Lee Elementary. Mama had to run around on that
It's
dirt.
gated now. You can't run around that track. They got it gated.
I ain't even at Lee. It was a dirt track. That's the same track I used to run on for the turkey trot.
oh my God. He won them turkeys too. Every year we had a turkey, y'all, free.
Turkey trot. That's me
Come
turkey
back.
trots.
Come back.
Good.
One year
back.
I lost
Mm.
To
to
Little Richard.
Antoine Livingston. That boy
Not
could
Antoine.
fly.
Mm.
He was fast. He was so fast. I remember what I used to do to try to beat him. I used to bring him candy and say, "Hey man, let me beat you.
Mm.
Let me beat you."
For
And
that
gave him
turkey.
candy. I was selling.
Was
Even
that for
then.
the turkey?
Yeah, for the turkey. It didn't work for the turkey though.
It wasn't that bad.
Him and his family needed a turkey too, like mine. So he went on and took it. But
It was
you
not
know,
that bad.
every now and again around the track, I would get close to beating him. But Antoine, he was fast. Antoine Livingston, he had wheels. When I say he could run, it was like everybody was running in play mode,
Mm.
and he was running in fast forward.
Antoine.
I was gone, and he just dusted me.
Antoine.
But yeah, that's the track.
Mm.
That same track I ran on.
I ran on it too, but I wasn't interested in winning no turkey.
She wasn't interested in it. Mama ran on. That's my story, but
Mm.
this is about Mama.
Okay, my sacrifice was never giving up. I never thought about getting out. I always re-enlisted. I just kept pushing forward. God gave me the grace to make it through because it wasn't easy
Yeah.
at an older age coming in. But like I said, God gave me the grace, and I don't regret it. I would do it again for my children.
So, Mama, what was one of the things? So, when did you go in? How old were you, and what was the cutoff time for individuals to get into the military?
Back then it was 33, well 34, and I went in at 33. I
When-
called my mother and I said, I think I'm going to go in the Army. And I called my sister and I told her the same thing, and she was like, oh, you need to do it. And so I started running around that track. I lost a couple of pounds, and I went in, I did that thing. Even though I ran around that track, that basic still wasn't easy. But I made it through. I had some good leaders. I won't say no names right now, but yeah, and they helped me through, like I said, and it was an honor to serve for me. So,
Yeah.
Also, too, I remember this, and Wendy, you probably remember this. I remember we used to, because I guess when she was training, my mom used to make these little note cards, and then she had a recorder, a little recorder.
That's for when she was going to the board.
Going to the board, she had to study all this stuff, and everywhere you just had it everywhere.
Everywhere.
The note
Everywhere.
cards and everything.
She'd be playing the cassette in the car. You know what I'm saying? What side does the flag fly on when you're in uniform? It plays. It's on the right side. I'm like, what AR is for uniform regulations? AR 670-1.
Because this face didn't go with the E2 wings that was on there, so I had to advance this to get them, them stripes on there. I had to study and everything.
Yeah.
So it was all about the money for these two. So
That's it. That free insurance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He used it up.
I did.
Yeah.
He did.
I used it.
Oh my goodness, we ain't gonna talk about that. That's another story.
That's another one. I'll tell you about that later. That's why they're so straight. Look.
Mm-hmm.
They don't change colors. All you do.
I can't.
That's it.
You talking about the board though?
Oh yeah, the board. Yeah, so that was another thing too. It was a few things that I just remember as a kid that happened and took place. And when you're a kid, you don't understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You just like crying and whining. But I'm thankful for what all took place. I'm glad that God allowed it, because some things in my life, I wouldn't be where I am if everything went the way that I wanted it to go. I wouldn't be here making a video. I wouldn't be having this relationship that I had. It took those things that I didn't understand for me to really come to God and come to Jesus and me to really begin to accept my family, because it's just one of those things to where when you have it already predetermined in your mind what you're going to do, then most people try to walk that out. But I was blessed enough to just be in this place with them, and getting to see it, that we have a relationship, because there's so many families right now that brothers and sisters ain't getting together, or the sister and brother mad at mom for what happened and stuff like that. And we've been able to work through those things and really talk about it. Mom having open conversation with us. If y'all want to know anything, deal with it now or be quiet.
You asked
Yeah,
me.
ask me now.
Rolling a neck.
You know me. I got one.
I got some too.
But
Get it out.
yeah, but you know, it's a process, y'all. You're not gonna do it overnight. It's not something that's just gonna all of a sudden happen. This has been 3-4 years. You know, thanks to one individual. He started the whole process, to be honest. An individual, he communicated with somebody. My mom ended up calling the church, talking to my senior pastor, and then shortly after that, that's where all the relationship began. And we'll talk more about that later.
So with that, we're gonna close this video out. You know how we do. Another
Like and
video.
subscribe.
So hopefully, hopefully it'll be more after this. So please like,
She
subscribe.
said that because it's been a while that we ain't did no video. I was working.
That he didn't do no video.
I was working. I was busy. I was out there with my senior pastor, and we was hitting it.